Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I bake my sourdough. As you notice, my Dutch oven is right here. I do not preheat it, and I don't preheat my oven either. The only thing that I do is I'm getting ready to put this in the oven. So as I prepare it for the oven, I will turn my oven on. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, so I've turned my oven on and I put a cookie sheet on the bottom shelf. I get a piece of parchment paper and I crinkle it up, and then I actually get it wet. I'll put a little bit of water from my sink on there, and then I'll put my sourdough on top of that. Okay, so my parchment paper is wet, so I take my sling and put it on the bottom, and I put my parchment paper on there. And then it's spread open a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. It's just bread. Then I just put it on here. And then I take my ling, and I actually dip this in a little bit of flour. Guys, I don't do anything fancy. I just cut it down the center. And I do a pretty deep cut. But that's all I do to it. Then I'll just put it in the pot. And I preheat. I have my oven set on 450, so it's heating up right now. So I just put this in the pot. I put the lid back on it, and then I bake this in the oven with the lid on 450 for about 50 minutes. In 50 minutes, I'll check it, and then if it temps, because I do temp my bread, if it temps at 210, then it's done. So that's just the way that I bake my bread. I know everybody does it differently, but this is my preferred method. So as you can see, I have the cookie sheet there. There's my pot, and the oven is still preheating. So once it comes up to temp, of course, it'll beep at me, but I set my timer for 50 minutes. Okay, so the timer just went off, and I got the bread out of the oven. And that is what she is looking like. I'm going to say she's done, but we'll temp it anyway. Like it to be about 210. Now she's at 205, 26. Yeah, she's done. She's done. Make sure you clean your thermometer off. Okay. So now we're going to take her out and let her rest on the cooling rack for about an hour, maybe 2. Just depends. Let's get her out of here. That bad boy is hot. Let me move my Dutch oven. There we go. And that is what she is looking like. All pretty. Okay, we're going to let her sit and cool. Probably for a couple of hours. I like to make sure mine's pretty cool. But she's looking pretty. Okay, so it's time to cut the bread. And you just heard my dogs come running, because they love their sourdough. And there we go. And this is what my sourdough bread looks like. There you go. It always has good flavor, as you can tell, the way the dogs came running. Okay, so, sorry, I have dogs sitting here staring at me with this cute little face. She's ready for her slice of sourdough.